Welcome back to the channel. We're just going to be doing a quick bench update, and this is also a test of my new camera setup. I've got both webcams going now and a new piece of software to try and do some little bit more advanced stuff with the camera work for the videos in future. Still have to play around a little bit with the lighting. Comments will be more than welcome. Let me know what you think of the setup and how things go with this. Anyway, a quick bench update while I maneuver some lights here on the Ferrari F1. It's all ready for decaling. One thing I did notice is that the decal set here is very, very old. There was a little bit of yellowing. So I did put some microscale liquid decal film on. If you haven't tried this, I'll just put it up to the camera there so you can see it. It's very good stuff. You basically can use it to restore old decals or even make your own. It's like an ultra thin film. You brush paint it over the decal and it helps make it a little bit thicker, a little bit tougher, protect it, etc. So I used it a few years ago, haven't used it in a while, but we'll see how it works with the decaling on the F1. For the F1 itself, it's in pretty good shape. Again, I'm still undecided if I'm going to leave the top body glued or not. I know a lot of people like to do it to show the engine. I'm still on the fence there. There's a couple of decals, mainly the Prancing Horse and that, which will go on this area here, which actually crosses it, so there'll be a cutting job there involved. Other than that, it's kind of ready. What you see out is my normal decal setup. When I'm decaling, I tend to try and keep it simple, so I've got a couple of smaller scissors. This pair is handy for getting in the middle of some sheets, and this is just another good small set. Depending on the decals I either use Tamiya Microfit for decal setting, or I'll use the microscale system, the Microset Microsole. This contraption here you see in front of me is actually something I just made out of wood. It's a plastic bin which holds the water and everything. More importantly, it keeps these bottles from tipping over because they're terrible for tipping over. So we tend to keep them in there. That really helps. The only other thing I'd probably do is probably make a little brush holder for the decal brush, which I do, of course, have to find. It's probably in this pile here. I use these for holding the brush holders. There it is. I use a fairly simple brush for decaling. Nothing too fancy. Actually, I've got two of them. There it is. So yeah, I'll use these. At some point I might put a little groove in here just to hold the brushes in place, or even drill little holes, so like I have that stand there, so I can stand them up so they're not rolling around the desk surface there. So yeah, that's about what's happening there with the F1. I'm hoping to get it decaled this weekend, get another coat of gloss coat on. The only other thing pending is I've got to order a stenciling set for the tires, because as I mentioned, the decals for the tires completely fell apart. So I want to get something like that just to get it nice. I've got another F1 car in the same scale, so that'll prove useful as well for the other one, because I have a feeling the decals are just as old. So that's it for now. A couple of new projects will be starting soon, and we'll do some bench reviews and that like that as well. So that's it for now. Thank you, and be well.